This is the absolute consistency that I prefer in my ogbono soup. Now, not too thick, not too runny, but slimy. Let's make it together. I didn't want to bore you with the whole process of, parboiling the protein, but if you've been following us for some time, I believe you are aware of how you can parboil your proteins. Otherwise, you can watch other of our videos where we started from scratch. Now, after the proteins were ready, right, I introduced oil into the pot, and when it became hot, I added pepper, fried it, and here I'm adding a generous amount of crayfish into that oil. I will then allow it to fry and season it up with my best seasoning, okay, trying to build that flavor for ogbono. That process is very important. After that, you're going to add your ogbono, fry it into the oil as you see me do. Welcome to the channel. This is a place for you. If you're my returning subscriber, welcome. And if you're new here, please do well to subscribe to the channel so you become our family member, right? Thank you. This is the method I use to activate the slime of the ogbono, okay? You can decide to do what works for you. I'll be adding more water here, and then I'll keep stirring, all right, to properly activate the slime before I introduce the proteins. How do you prefer your ogbono soup? Let me hear that in the comment section. And here I reintroduce the proteins. I will stir and add more water to cook the soup properly. Now, if you love your ogbono very thick, I will advise you keep adding water bit by bit until you get your preferred consistency. At this point, I'll be adding the dry fish here, and then I'll stir together to combine, cover, and bring it to a boil for 15 to 20 minutes. This is after 15 minutes. I went back to the pot. It has cooked properly. The slime and the consistency is my absolute best. Like I said initially, if you love your soup very thick, add your water bit by bit until you get your preferred consistency. But for me, this consistency is perfect. You're going to stir it properly to avoid the pot from burning. Ogbono burns, underneath. And here I'll be adding another generous amount of crayfish. All right, be generous with your crayfish each time you're making any Nigerian soup. And after adding the crayfish, I will stir together to combine. And this is the time you allow it to cook, so the crayfish and every other thing will marry each other. I also introduce a bit of salt, and everything, the taste was already out of the world here. I'll cover and allow the soup to cook for another 5 to 7 minutes, and after that I'll open it up and introduce periwinkle. Stir together to combine. If you've watched up until this time and you haven't hit that subscribe button, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button, turn on your bell notification so you'll be notified each time we'll post a new video. Thank you. At this point, when I opened this pot, the aroma in my kitchen was nose blinding. Oh my god. And here I'll be adding Bitterleaf. You can decide to add uziza leaf, vegetable fluted pumpkin leaf. You can also decide to add garden egg leaf, but I'm using Bitterleaf. So anyone works for ogbono soup, all right? After adding the Bitterleaf, make sure to stir very well to make sure that the Bitterleaf is well incorporated. And here, the soup is almost ready. Cover or leave it open to cook for up to 2 to 3 minutes, and the soup is ready. What swallow will you be pairing with the soup? Thank you for watching. Till I see you in my next one, do have a pleasant day. Bye-bye.